What's up, everyone? Justin with Is It Scary Wisconsin, and today I'm here with a very special video aptly called It's a Haunt Review. Don't take it so personally. Now, I know haunt season is over, and to be honest with you guys, I wanted to have this video out before the end of haunt season, but my schedule just does not allow for it. So that's why I'm here tonight. To the Green Bay Fears, to the Terror on the Foxes, to the Burial Chambers, to the Spooks on Spur, to the Revenges, to the Scare USAs, to the Commando Paintballs, it's a haunt review. Don't take it personally. It's not a review of your personal character. It's not a review of your family or whether or not you're a good human being. It's a haunted house review. Don't take it personally. The haunted house industry, the haunt industry, the entire industry in general has a very bad habit of taking negative reviews personally. Now, I understand what some of you are going to say. Well, that's because they work so hard, Justin. People work hard every day. You're not special. Stop it. Seriously. You're not special. The haunt industry is not special. It is a business, just like anything else. It's selling a product. And if the product isn't good, if it's bad, if it's boring, if it's shit, it's shit. I'm sorry. Not saying that you didn't work hard. Not saying that you didn't put in the effort. I'm just saying, really? Nobody cares. Your customers don't care about how hard you worked. It's a hard pill to swallow, but I think the haunt industry needs to start swallowing right now. We have a very bad habit of lashing out and attacking the people who criticize us. I said it once, and I'm going to say it again. Haunts are a business. It's totally fine to have a passion project. That's okay. But if you're charging me $25 to come through your haunt, whether it's a home haunt, an established haunt, or a new haunt, and I feel like I didn't get $5 worth, you're going to know about it. And vice versa. Like Commando Paintball in Wisconsin found out this year. If you give me an experience that is so fucking good it blows my mind 6 ways from Sunday, I'll tell everybody about it. Because that's my job. My job is to tell other people whether or not the haunt is worth their time and their money. Quite frankly, some of you who are watching this know that your haunt wasn't worth my time or my money this year. And some of you know, watching this video, that it was. So stop taking it so personally. Guys, it's a haunt review, not a dick. Don't take it so hard. But your review can affect business, Justin. Really? Because there was about 3,000 people in line that night. I don't think you were having any trouble getting business. Now, point number 2. For your own good, don't pick fights with us in the YouTube comments. We've been on YouTube for 8 years in some way, shape, or form. We are well versed in shit talkery. And you are fair game if you run your mouth. It's always clear to us when we do a review, and we may have to say something a little negative. It's always clear to us who the crybaby, basement-dwelling bitch boys are. Because they're usually the first to open their mouth. Here's a point I really wanted to make. Now this is kind of important to me because I don't like hypocrites. I put my money where my mouth is. If I think you have one of the best haunts in the state, I come every year. And I pay the damn money. And if I don't, I let you know. Don't be a monster. For the longest time, haunts were running these anti-bullying campaigns. Meanwhile, whenever somebody would give an honest review or say something honestly negative about them in a Yelp review or a Facebook review or a YouTube review, as was in our case, there would be a group of individuals that would target them and harass them online. Yeah, you thought I'd forget about that, did you? You thought nothing would ever come of it, did you? It's about 5 or 6 years later, and you will get your comeuppance right here, right now. Shut your mouth. If it's so good, I haven't seen it. You know who you are. Those watching, this may not be for you. But that's okay, I'm only talking to select few individuals who have big mouths and made the haunts that they were standing for and representing look very stupid. Now, if tonight's video seems a little bit different, it's because I've learned that the more honest I am, the more our viewers appreciate it. And the truth is, the amount of harassment that reviews and honest feedback sees online with different haunted houses is obnoxious. It is outrageous. Don't be a monster, guys. We're going to be an inclusive environment. But if you say something negative about our haunt, my boys, I'm going to chase your ass right off of Facebook. Bro, we'll come on your personal page and we'll attack you. How are we supposed to not be a monster again? Oh, anti-bullying. But only when it doesn't apply to the haunt, right? I always had a thought in the back of my mind that that was going on because my brother and I actually did some content for an old YouTube channel that we are part of. This was way back. This was like 7-8 years ago now. And on this YouTube channel, we used to do a few haunt reviews. We just throw them up because it was content and we needed some filler. And we saw that they were getting like 300, 400, 500 views, 1,500 views. And started to get a little big mouth. A couple big mouths in the comments. A couple real mouthy individuals. Really cocky, you know, the people who, a lot of talk, no action. That kind of people. You guys know what I'm talking about. You guys know what I'm talking about. And I thought, typical YouTube trolls, whatever. Then I went on the Facebook page for these specific haunts. You guys will notice that I'm continuing to protect the haunts that I'm talking about because I don't actually think it's the haunt's fault. I think people are just passionate. But it's great content for me and my channel, so who cares? And I went on the Facebook page for this haunt, and I thought to myself, I wonder if it goes on there. So I went and read some of the comments, some of the more negative comments on this Haunts Facebook page, and there were plenty. Trust me, we weren't the first people to say it sucked. And I saw the same individual with the same username talking the same shit to every single person who gave a negative review. Then they proceeded to go over to the Yelp page and do the exact same thing. I had an individual track me down this year, which I don't necessarily like. My personal time is my time. And some people are bordering on interfering with my privacy. That being said, it was a good conversation and a good interaction. It was not a negative interaction. And this individual tracks me down. He's like, hey, are you Justin with Is It Scary? I said, yeah, that's me. He's like, do you have a minute to talk? He said, if you say no, I understand, and have a good day. And I said, no, I've got time. What you need? And I kind of figured I knew what it was about. And so we had a nice dialogue about a few certain select haunted houses. And this person confirmed to me that there was actually an online harassment and bullying campaign against negative reviews for certain haunted houses. So then I had a personal experience, I saw online evidence, and I had this person a third point of confirmation for what I thought and suspected was going on. But we're going to continue to preach, don't be a monster, don't bully, don't harass. Meanwhile, we let this kind of shit go on from some of our actors and some of our friends, people who we know are involved with the house. You're not special, is my next point. None of you are special. No haunted house in Wisconsin is special. I just wanted to remind you of that. I know some of you are thinking, Justin, what are you doing? I'm not saying I don't like you. You're just not special. Just like my business isn't special, just like my YouTube channel isn't special, your haunt isn't special. You're not above criticism, so quit acting like it. I just want to remind you, you're not special. Stop it. It's a business. Don't pick fights on the internet because we'll eat your ass with a spoon. Don't talk about don't be a monster. Meanwhile, workers and friends are talking shit to people in the comments and chasing them off the internet. You're not special. We covered that. If you didn't win a Haunt award this year, and some of you, though deserving, did not, don't worry about it. Haunt of the Year was decided 2 weeks before the season even ended. I knew Commando Paintball was Haunt of the Year before the season was even over. Sure, I could have gone to more haunts, and I did. It wasn't competition for Haunt of the Year. I had my mind made up 2 weeks before the season was even over. When Gage said to me, and then we have an award for Haunt of the Year, I said, well, that's Commando Paintball. If I didn't even leave, you guys will notice, if you go back and watch the Haunt of the Year awards, when we mention Haunt of the Year, I don't even let there be a discussion on it because there wasn't a discussion on it. The best Haunt of the Year was Commando Paintball. There was no competition this year for it. It's not that we don't have other good haunts. That's not what I'm saying. And it's not that these other haunts don't have their merits. Whether it's claustrophobic rooms, whether it's great masks and actors, it's nothing to do with that, right? I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying, what Commando Paintball presented beat everything else. Nothing else even came close. It was the total package and the total experience. While I could name you things about Revenge, Green Bay Fear, even Terror on the Fox, Scare USA, Spooks on Spur, even Burial Chamber, while I could name you things about each of those haunts that were pretty damn good, none of them had the total package experience like Commando Paintball did this year. And we'll see what happens with that next year. So before anybody thinks that I'm shitting on all the other haunts, Commando Paintball had it, and they had it secured 2 weeks before the season was even over. I don't care how much time you put into your haunt. I said it once, I'll say it again. It's a business. I don't care how much money you spend on your haunt, or how much of daddy's money you spend on your haunt. I don't care. It does not matter to me. If I pay you 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, in some cases 40, 50, or 60 or more dollars, you better scare the shit out of me, or I better have a really fucking good time. And I better want to come back. Because if I don't hit at least 2 of those 3, you're getting a bad review. Tough shit. You're not special. You're not entitled to a positive review. Now, if you do a good job and I'm in a bad mood and I shit on you because your manager says something stupid to me, that's different. Maybe I need to take a look at what I said. But if you do a shit job and you got a shit attitude and I paid big money for a shit experience, you're getting a turd on a plate. Scare me or entertain me. Most of all, make me say I want to come back. It's not that hard. This is a kind reminder for some of the more frequent haunts you guys see reviewed on this channel. So, this is for Terror on the Fox. This is the 7th year I've come to your haunt. Green Bay Fear, this is the 7th year I've come to your haunt. Revenge, this is the 4th year I've come to your haunt. Burial Chamber, this is the 5th year I've come to your haunt. Scare USA, this is the 3rd year I've come to your haunt. This is the fair warning for next year. If you don't switch something up, change something, and grab my attention at the attraction, you're getting a bad score. There'll be no apologies. You've been warned. Like, you have literally a year. And that's not to say any of the haunts I named were bad, though some of them were. It's not to say that any of the haunts I named specifically did things wrong. I'm just saying, this is your fair warning. I'm coming in 2023 to your haunted house. I'm reviewing in 2023 at your haunted house. Make me say I want to come back and entertain me, or make me say I want to come back and scare the shit out of me. Or you're getting a bad review. Don't take it personally. Calm down. I see some of you furiously typing in the comments. I'll eat your ass with a spoon, trust me. You're not special. I just wanted to remind all of you that. We're business owners. It's a business. Calm down. If you're bad, and I tell you that you're bad, don't act offended. And what I mean by that is people that get in the comments and whine and cry about the review. Don't act offended. Dude, nobody buys that shit. Don't act offended. I know so many people in the haunt industry, it seems like they're professional victims. Knock it off. Stop acting offended because I gave you a bad review. Learn from it, better your haunt, and kick ass next year so I can come on and say, like I did with Scare USA a few years ago, holy fuck, was this awesome. a point I want to make. Some of you were a little bit taken aback by our Terror on the Fox review this year. They knew we were coming. I have a hard line to the manager. I have a hard line to the actor manager. They knew we were coming. Not only did they know we were coming, they knew what night and what time we were coming. Revenge Haunt knew we were coming. Not only were we there for pre-release, we were there on opening. And I was there 2 weeks later. Revenge knew we were coming. I told them we were coming again. Realm of Darkness, Dalton and Ben, the Homemade Haunt Boys, knew we were coming. We had to call an audible and go a week later, but they knew we were coming. They knew we were reviewing. You have zero excuses to not be ready. For any haunt that said we didn't change anything because build costs were too high this year, Revenge had a fucking $20,000 build cost this year. And they're a homegrown passion project haunt from a group of people that loves what they do. Don't ever tell me cost is an excuse. The boys have arrived. I'm talking about Gage and I. You can no longer charge ridiculous money for a mid-tier haunted house experience. If you're $50, it better be fucking awesome. If you're $25, $35, or $45, you better scare me, I better be entertained, or I better want to go back. There better be a combination of two in there somewhere. Or you're getting a shit review. It's not a dick. Don't take it so hard. It's a fucking haunted house review. Cool the trolls. Cool your shit. Actually follow your mantra of don't be a monster. And quit crying to me about biting my fingers in the comments, for fuck's sake. God, I have a nervous biting habit. What do you want me to do?